Hello, F1 car fans. I just like small models, honestly. I don't watch F1. And it's been a long time since I reviewed a Sparky because they use decals. But I saw one of these open and loose at my local dealership, and it doesn't look like it has decals. Or, well, we'll see in a moment, how well it's executed. I'm going to read some Wikipedia here. The Alphatauri AT03 was the car for the 2022 championship. Driven by Pierre Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda, although Gasly took off to go race for another company. No wins. This car didn't win one race that season. I never knew that Alphatauri was a specific manufacturer for F1. It's owned by the Red Bull Group. Red Bull Racing would be the other team. I just assumed these are Alfa Romeos, but nope, they're Alphatauri. It's a brand of F1 car. Alright, well, here you can see it's actually approved by Alphatauri. So if you prefer your products to be fully legal, Sparky's doing it right. So let me get a ruler. For some reason I can't get this box open with my fingernails. So typical F1 stuff is a 1.6 liter direct injection V6 turbo limited to 15,000 RPM. It's located in the mid-rear layout. It's a rear wheel drive. It has a kinetic energy and thermal energy recovery system, so it's a bit of a hybrid. Doesn't say how much power the engine's making though on Wikipedia. It's all carbon fiber body and 6-piston brake calipers. I guess that's all I care to learn about the car, so let's continue on to the model now. Well, here's some photos. Pretty hard to focus between the two, but I'll try. Here we go. I enjoy the sculpturing going on in race cars. How they try to cheat the wind. You'll notice, this color is very blue, but it's from a top view, whereas that one is almost black. And, the model is kind of like a dark blue, so I'm not sure. I'm going to give Sparky the benefit of the doubt as far as the color goes. Again, this looks very blue here in the rear view, but next to it, again, it looks really dark, so I guess it must be a pearlescent paint job or something. All this weird sculpturing going on I find quite interesting, even though I don't watch F1 racing. I'm too busy reviewing toys. It's that simple. I don't know what that is. Okay. Well, I guess we could take it off the base. I don't see anything sensitive on this thing. I think you have to turn it the opposite logical way. So clockwise releases it instead of like intuitively I kind of want to do it the other way, like the faucet on the outside of your house, for a garden hose or something, but what's going on? It will not come off. There we go. Well, it is nice, it tells you the driver's name and then what the exact car and what year it ran, so that's nice. The only problem is it's not on the actual model. So you're basically forced to display it in the display box. And now this piece did fall off. So maybe I shouldn't have taken it off. It seems to have come from there. I'm going to come back after I glue that back. Alright, I crazy glued it back, but now I've discovered this thing is still running decals. So the reason why I know this is because the part of the decal came off with this piece of plastic, and you can see the gap there. And that decal is just floating in air right now, so that's not good. All right, let's continue on. Well, anyways, the driver's helmet looks pretty cool. I mean, it's probably decaled, but all the graphics look really nice. Very colorful. Blacked out visor, seatbelt harness around the person, so very cool. All right, let's move to the front here. We have this three-level wing, and I have to assume this is all decal. But what's nice about this is it's all a matte finish. I don't see the wrinkliness that you associate with decals, the glossy wrinkliness. So I have a feeling Even if they might have clear coated this with a matte finish afterwards, because I've never seen a decal that wasn't glossy. Okay, or maybe there's new decal technology out there. I don't know, but yeah, you can see here some sort of water stain from the decal process. Right, so it's nice that they got decals on the inside surface, even this little Italian flag. You can see the tires are nicely curved, and they have printing, I think, of this P0 stuff. It's not centered perfectly, though. The molded wheel is nice, though, little recesses and stuff. Well, I gotta feel like the center knockoff, that's just a straight pin. They could have easily molded some teeth into that, right? So we have some protruding things, not sure, perhaps video camera holders or something, I'm not sure. And then some funky barge boards slash wings going up over the tires. Obviously it's running racing slicks. One thing I'm not a fan of is how they don't paint their axles here, Sparky. It's quite obviously noticeable that you have a steel axle running through this thing. Some other brands, in particular like Kyosho, they would have just used black metal, or maybe the metal was coated with some sort of black oxide or something, or maybe they're just painted, I don't know. So you can see here this plastic has a little bit of extra flash going on there. You could take a hobby knife and cut that off. Okay, but this side looks pretty good. It's quite interesting, these little streaks there. The suspension arms look pretty good, air passing through them. Yeah, it's just the steel axle's a little distracting. Alright, so press fit with some heat, I guess, to keep that front end on. It's plastic. And then here, this is a plastic base. And I do wish they would just mold in what the car is. Everything that was, because I'm not going to display this on the stand, and now I won't know what it is. I won't know it's an AT03. I'll know it's an Alphatauri, but I won't know it's an AT03. So it's really weird because it wouldn't cost any extra money to have the letters in the mold, like Kyosho did or Hot Wheels does. So, anyways, there's a screw here, but it's press fit in the back, so I don't think you can really open this up and modify it. Not that I see no reason why you'd want to. It's already decaled. Alright, just looking over all these weird sculptural forms and stuff, these barge boards here. Quite interesting. Some sponsorship as a decal. And then what's going on? There's like a wing above these strakes here. And then how this is all undercut. Yeah, but it is impressive. They got this decal here on the side going all the way under here, blending like that. That's pretty impressive. Assuming that's a decal, maybe it's paint. I mean, again, it doesn't look like a decal to me. See, this Alphatauri, there's no like wrinkliness in between these letters. So to me it looks like a tampo print, but I might be mistaken just based on the fact that that was a decal. This little halo thing has, some text on it as well, although I can't really make it out. Maybe you can. I'm looking through a phone screen. Alright, going around. Well, is there a recess here for the intake? No, this is kind of weak though. It's just blanked off. Would have been nice if that was recessed. And then again, this looks pretty nice. All this, is that an air pocket? Oh, see, that's a decal. See, I literally pushed an air pocket down. So, I think it's just all decaled and then matte coated. That's what I'm suspecting. There's also some contaminants right here. Okay, well, the decals are laid on relatively nice. I mean, granted, that's not quite matching up, but it's good enough for me. The rear tire here again looks good. The print decal back here looks nice. Now, unfortunately, this wing, some overlapping issues there. And a big air pocket here. Yeah, so that's good. That's not good. Okay. Going to the rear. There should be some indication of those lights there. I'm not sure. I kind of feel this is just black plastic. No molded dots or anything. Yeah, I guess they couldn't because this is a parting line, I think. But It would have been nice if they tampo printed on a bunch of dots for the lights. This is the exhaust, and it's just, you know, there's no indication that that's a tube either, so it would have been nice to have that. At least it's painted silver. And then we have a graphic under the wing, of course, as well, so that's kind of neat. And the rear axle isn't as offensive as the front axle, because it's hidden by the suspension. Although it is still shiny, every now and then, yeah, like right there, the light catches that rear axle. It's very distracting. Alright, well, this little wing here, or vertical support for the main wing, it's pretty thin. I don't know if it's metal. I kind of feel it's plastic. It looks too thick to be metal. Alright. Yeah, we are going over the mirrors. Yeah, what's nice about the mirrors is they actually put some silver paint on them. So that's a nice little extra effort. Alright, well, let's look at some other F1 cars. So here's a Sparky of the Red Bull Champion 2022, Max Verstappen. So again, the shiny axles, kind of distracting. Not a fan. And then the decals again. It doesn't look too bad, I guess. Just not ideal, knowing that they're going to crack. But there's both better than Tarmac Works' early efforts. This, look at this suspension is all solid, blanked off like a Hot Wheels. This looks like a Hot Wheels. This is not a Tarmac Works, right? This is by IXO, Tarmac Works. I don't know who really made it. Probably these guys. But it's just not good. It's not up to snuff, in my opinion. So that's why I kind of shied away from both of these brands. That just, I don't know. So here's a Kyosho of an older Red Bull. Now, Kyosho, you see, they have black axles. The thing that's not so desirable about Kyoshos is the exposed axles. But these were very inexpensive compared to probably half or a third the price, originally. And it still has, more open suspension and stuff. So, no drivers, though. No drivers. So, if you're into the driver thing, the Sparkies seem to have it. But the IXO Tarmac does not. But Mini GT is an active brand making F1 cars. No drivers, but look, the axles are black. And so that's nice, right? I don't know why it doesn't say what the car is, though. That's one problem with Mini GT. They don't tell you what the car is that you're holding in your hand. But you see the axle? It's black. It's not distracting to look at. So, and the Mini GT, more importantly, uses tampo prints. There's no decals that are going to crack. There's no weird air pockets underneath these graphics. So I would say, as far as F1 cars go and 1/64 scale diecast, Mini GT is the best brand going right now. I think, if Sparky wanted to maybe black out their axles, go to tampo printing, yes, they could be the best. But they don't. It's that simple for me, in my opinion. And that's all it is. It's just my opinion. Alright, well, you get an idea, the modern massiveness of these F1 cars. It's kind of crazy. Almost makes you want to go see an F1 race. I haven't seen one in probably 20 years. So last time I saw F1 cars, they look much smaller. Even the tires look huge. Right? They're massive tires, it looks like. Interesting. But I will say the three of these, even though they're not the same shape, they're definitely very similar. I guess the McLaren here is the most different, which makes sense since these two are owned by the same Red Bull group there. So, in fact, no, they are different. They are different. Okay. So, I was willing to give them another chance, Sparky, but I guess that's going to be quite a while until I buy another one of your models, because clearly you haven't improved since I reviewed this, right? It seems like you're just doing the same stuff, and, maybe other people are into that, that's fine. But for me, because I don't even follow F1, I'm really looking just for better models, not necessarily Yeah, you know, being an F1 enthusiast, I just like small models, and so having a solid exhaust pipe, that's unacceptable. This is strange looking. See you in the next 1/64 scale car video. Thanks for checking this out.